Juan Roman Riquelme. In a career which lasted nearly 2 decades, he scored over 150 goals, winning some of the world's most prestigious trophies. But what happens when you bring him in his prime to English football? Let's find out. And just like that, Riquelme's joined Thurrock in the Conference South. With an average attendance of around 300, he's going to have to get used to a slightly different atmosphere here than the Bombonera. At the age of 30, he'd returned to Boca, having spent 5 seasons in La Liga with Barcelona and Villarreal. At the latter, he was pretty successful, winning an Intertoto Cup and even reaching a Champions League semi-final. Attribute-wise, he's elite. Technically, he's unbelievable, and he should be a force at this level. Elsewhere on the team, there's not too much quality. Andy Sambrook is probably the second best player on the roster. Tactically, we're going to go with a 4-4-1-1. Considering he's one of the best enganches in history, it would be rude to not utilise him in this role. We've instructed the team to play short passes and try to feed Riquelme as much as possible. He's been encouraged to run with the ball, attempt through balls, and shoot from range. Let's find out what he can do here in England's 6th tier. Just like that, the season's concluded. In 46 matches, he's registered 65 goals and 15 assists. Unsurprisingly, he's finished as the league's top scorer and even won the Player of the Season. Let's have a look at some of his best moments. His first home goal came in a 3-0 victory against Worcester. He's showing here why he's one of the best free kick takers in modern history. Despite converting this penalty, Riquelme was powerless to stop Thurrock getting eliminated by Swindon in the FA Cup first round. Respectable effort though, only losing 3-2 overall. Riquelme's qualities aren't just goal scoring. Once again he gets involved in the build-up, playing the ball out to the player on the wing. Takes the ball back off him, a lovely bit of skill here to beat his man and squares it for the striker. His full stats were pretty impressive as well. Over the course of the campaign he converted 20% of his total shots on goal. He was good on the ball too, completing nearly 70% of his passes. Not bad considering he's playing in an advanced position. In reality, Thurrock were pretty fortunate to avoid relegation in 2009, their only redemption coming from Team Bath ceasing to exist as a football club. With Riquelme though, they've improved enormously. The points total has more than doubled to 88, they've scored more goals and they've conceded less. It was a hard-fought season though, where they only managed to win the title by 3 points. Let's move Riquelme up to a higher level of competition and see what he can do there. And in a brief moment, the Argentine has made his move to West Bromwich Albion. He's going to be playing alongside some familiar faces. Chris Brunt out on the left should provide some good width and draw away some of the attention from Riquelme in the middle. Also in defence, Jonas Olsson is a decent Premier League centre-half who should provide some stability. Considering he's nearly 2 metres tall, hopefully he can get on the end of some of Riquelme's set pieces. This time around, we're going to go with the 4-2-3-1. I think one of the team's biggest strengths is the 5 we have in midfield. Each of these guys are good technically and should be able to retain possession reasonably well. Once again, Riquelme will be the primary playmaker and has been instructed with similar instructions to last time. Let's see what he can do in the Premier League. Once again, the campaign has come to a close. This time around, he's managed 22 goals and assists in the league. Not a bad impact at all. Here are some of his best highlights with West Brom. Riquelme scored his only hat-trick for West Brom in a 6-0 victory against West Ham. He's involved in the build-up here before receiving the ball from Ishmael Miller, and then a nice finish at the near post. Unfortunately, this goal against Arsenal was only a consolation in a 3-1 defeat. He picks the ball up there, finding some space, and then a nice curling shot. In the final few match days, he scored in back-to-back games, helping West Brom secure some invaluable points. Aside from the goal scoring, once again he was good at getting on the ball and keeping it. A little surprising though that he only managed to win 8 games all season. His 16 goals were enough to put him in joint 6th place in the top scorer charts. Not bad considering he's one of the few midfielders on there. In 2009, West Bromwich Albion were relegated from the Premier League in a tightly fought battle with 5 other teams. With Riquelme, despite only managing 1 more point, they've actually improved all the way to 16th. Of the 41 goals they managed all season, the Argentine contributed 53% of them. Without him and his goals, especially in the last 2 match days, I think it's safe to say they may have found themselves in the relegation zone once again. Without a doubt, one of the finest players of his generation, and one who didn't take the most conventional paths during his career. He probably could have achieved a lot more in European competition, but his return to Boca ensured he'll continue to live on in the club's consciousness for a long time to come. Thank you for watching this video.